because this is crazy fun. Like, crazy fun. This is definitely a messy hobby. Hey guys, come craft with me. Today I'm going to be trying something completely new, rug tufting. One of my New Year's goals was to try out new crafts in the new year. So I was fortunate enough that Claw Labs reached out and asked me if I would be willing to try out their tufting gun and post about it over on my Instagram. So just to be completely transparent with you guys, they did send it to me for free, but I am genuinely so excited to try it out, so I am filming it for here too. I'm absolutely going into this as a total beginner, so we will be learning about this together. Although I have watched a few videos, my plan actually is to try to turn one of my personal designs into a tapestry. So I've drawn it out. I don't know how well it's going to show up, but here it is. It's my, ignore this, that was a pattern I never actually made. So this is my flower friend design. So my idea is I want to make my flower friend on a rug, do a oval scalloped border, and then I want to put it up on my wall as a decoration for my yarn room. Okay, so like as you can see, like here, like I ran out of peach there, so I added in those pink areas, and then I went back in and I tried to add like pink here and pink here, just like to see what would happen. The pink here I would think was less successful, doesn't look as nice as like here, but yeah, overall I think everything's looking quite nice. I think once it's shaved it's going to be quite pretty. I do wish my eyes were a little bit smaller. They're just so big. I ran out of yarn. So this is the closest blue that I have in my stash. It's Bernat Bundle Up, and it's like quite a nice yarn, but I don't know how nice it would be as a carpet. It's definitely like vastly different than that blue, so I don't know what to do. Should I, like 1, 2, 3, like I could pick this whole outline out, and then I could do the 1, 2, 3 petals here. I could even pick this one out so that it's 4. What to do? This is the problem with going big. I also have this one, but that tone is also like way wrong. What do I do? So I found this, and I feel like tonally this can go with this blue. What do I think? I have a lot of it, so I'm gonna try it. Okay, so actually, the colors actually are pretty good. At least in this lighting. I guess during the day lighting they might look a little bit different, but in just my like lamp lighting, they actually look pretty similar. I don't think it's gonna be that big of a deal. I will say that their yarn is thicker than my yarn, so I might have to go either double strand it or do like layers, but we'll see. But mostly right now I just need to look up a video to see how I like adjust this, because they did make it to where you can work on a bigger rug just by like rolling it up and down. So I need to look up a tutorial for that because I need to get to this upper area. I've had you pointed at this so you can witness this, and you haven't been witnessing any of it.
Everybody, you have to stop when you get before you get ran over by a car.
Thoughts so far? I actually think it's just as easy as I thought it would be, but I also think it definitely is going to take some muscle memory to get it right. Does that all make sense? I feel like that encapsulates it. So, as you can see, the bar is here and the bar is here. So I am going to have to play around with rolling the rug up and down so that I can finish it down here. I do wish that I had done brown for the eyes. I'm hating the black eyes so much. I'm going to keep tufting, obviously. I already hopped on Amazon, guys, and I ordered more tufting fabric that I can keep practicing, because I mean I have a ton of acrylic yarn. I've been turning it into Icord. Now I can do this. Like I'm gonna end up running out of acrylic, and I'm gonna end up having to buy acrylic yarn again. But for now, I do have like a hefty supply of acrylic yarn. And so I bought more canvas so that I can do more rugs. And I can't even describe to you like how fun this is. And I can't be on my phone at all. I can't even really be watching anything. I can only listen to something. So this is like the perfect audiobook activity. I was listening to Theft of Swords while I was working on it, and it was so pleasant. Like the constant motion of the tufting gun and also like listening to the book. Oh, it was like so soothing. And I love crochet, obviously. I'm like a crochet artist first and foremost. But crochet is very easy for me to like, let me just take a little sneak peek at my phone. Let me just take a little peek and see if anyone's messaged me on Instagram. And then I'm scrolling for 30, 40 minutes. Good morning. So this is where we're at. I did finish the top and the bottom with all that like messing around on the frame last night. It was not that easy for me to move the fabric on the frame like up and down, which that is something that I know that is marketed, that you can definitely do larger rugs on this frame just by rolling it up and down. So it could be because I'm new at this, and it could be because I'm new to this specifically. Like I've never used this frame before last night. And I will say like pretty good. So, and all these clippings aren't me, it's the machine. The machine sprays yarn everywhere. This is definitely a messy hobby. I'm looking forward to shaving this down and seeing what it looks like. Unfortunately, I didn't apply the glue last night, and the reason I didn't was because I want to use this other side of the fabric. I wasn't sure how strong the fumes would be, so I know during application I probably have to wear my like paint mask or whatever and open the windows, of course, and maybe even bring in a fan just to help with that. But I didn't know how strong the fumes would remain, so I didn't know if I'd be able to use my craft room at all. And I did want to use this other side of the rug tufter or of the frame. Like I don't want to waste the canvas, so I didn't want to glue this down, be stuck not being in here for a while, and then, you know, this is my desk, so I'm gonna need it back eventually. So I didn't want to, you know, just have this up for days on end. It's so funny editing this part of the video because I was actively getting sick. Like you can see, I'm pretty pale, I'm pretty puffy. I'm like short of breath when I'm talking in the video. I had been battling allergies for like a few weeks at this point, but it was actively turning into like a respiratory infection. And I don't know why, but for some reason, this one lasted like 4 weeks. I'm never sick for more than like a few days. It was so crazy and so strange. And if you watch my Everything I Crocheted in February video, you can see it's like basically nothing because I was sick for all of February. This is actually all free-handed. I started with this mushroom mouse here that is outlined, and I was having so much trouble with it. My yarn kept falling out, which initially I thought was a yarn issue, but now I think it was actually a tension issue. I think had I caked up all my yarn nicely to start with, I wouldn't be having as much of an issue, or I wouldn't have had much of an issue with this mouse. And the reason I think that is because my flower friend last night, I had barely any issues. I got pretty much through it pretty easily, and I think that's because I used the yarn that came with the kit. And even though they're not like tightly wound cakes, they are caked, and you can get a pretty good center pull, and it's like a loose center pull, so there was no tension issue. So I got frustrated and I just stopped with this mouse. And then I started this mouse, which is basically the same design but a little bit smaller, but I'm doing it upside down because the bar is right here and I can't tuft over the bar obviously, so I just started doing it upside down. And I didn't doodle it or anything, so really I'm just going off of vibes here, and I actually think it's coming out pretty cute. Okay, it's completely, I don't know how to take this off. Oh, I guess anyway, It's completely coated now. That's about, I used about half of this canister. It's 1 quart. And this is, oh! It's 1 quart of the Robert 6700 indoor outdoor rug glue. And I definitely pulled out some strings, so we'll see. As far as final thoughts go, I think that my flower frond tapestry came out pretty good. I did go ahead and put the rug backing on it, even though technically it's just for a wall. I do still wish that I had gone with brown eyes, but I think it came out pretty good. Overall, look, he looks like he's holding a flower. Overall, it was decently easy. I would say the learning curve isn't that bad at all. I think with steady practice, I could get much better at this faster than I ever did with crochet, but it was definitely fun. If you have a ton of yarn that is just taking up space in your closet and, you know, Icord isn't your thing and blankets aren't your thing, like if you just don't know what to do with it and it's like some thick cotton or acrylic yarn, maybe this is the way to go. Even if you don't want to do like a full tufting kit like the Claw Lab one, there is like tufting pens that you can get on Amazon, and those are like decently cheap, and you can make smaller projects like coasters and stuff. So just an idea, but I definitely loved it. Right now, Claw Lab is having a Mother's Day sale, and their whole kit is 32% off. If you're interested, I'll have my link down below. I do earn a small commission if you use my link. But other than that, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you have loved hanging out, if you stayed to the end and you want to watch another one, I am going to direct you over to my video where I give you a bunch of cozy recommendations for a wonderful, slow, cozy crochet day.